All right, let's try to do this for a second time. All right, this is our pre-market pulse scan, and we're looking at what's happening in the pre-market as well as what we can expect on the sheet. All right, real quick of note, we had economic numbers come out, and it's already pushed the the DGLD up to 58.46 in pre-market. So that's $2 above our entry price. We'll have to see how the market opens. I'm going to keep my orders working on the buy stop side. The market should dip, somewhat first. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to go ahead and do a limit order because it may not get back down to the entry price and fill the gap right away. So let's see what it does. Let's let this run away and do what it does. Gold dipped all the way down to 1188.30. Now it's back up to 1195.50. It's still down $15.90, and that is huge. All right, looking at our sheet, the first thing we're going to look at is the left side of the in-play tab. We're going to look at the 911 alerts on the buy side of things. And you'll notice we have AGQ, DUS, JDST, DUG, DWTI, and UVXY. We're going to disregard, well, let's just look at it. All right, on the AGQ, even though you have a rally alert, notice how right now the market is not pulse waving, and we closed yesterday at 35.49, and the market has a 42.59 entry price. Now, it is to be noted that both the pulse wave price trigger and the trend line resistance are the same number, which is a powerful indicator. But as this number goes down and we get closer to bottoming out process in silver, then this will be an entry price. Right now, the market is so far away, there's no way that that's going to enter fill unless the market hits the bottom and starts to rally. So let's go down to the next one. The next one is dust. All right, you can see dust is pulse waving. All right, you know that because there's a 0 under the TRS column, and the entry price is 52.36, and the market closed at 50.40. So that one is definitely in play and one to watch. Likewise, the JDST is about $2 off its entry price of 36.61, and it is pulse waving. And if you look at Doug, it's about $4 off. So that one is getting close, but not quite just yet. Taking a look at DWTI, that one is very far off. So even though it has a rally alert, it is not in play. It's about $22 off, so that's not in play. UVXY is an interesting one because the volatility shares are very interesting components. They don't just alert to volatility, but they also move with the market. In other words, UVXY you want to buy if you see the Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, Russell continuing an uptrend. The I'm inverted. The UVXY you want to buy when you see that the Dow, the S&P, NASDAQ, Russell are in a downtrend or a bear market. All right. The SVXY you buy if you see that the market is in an uptrend. It also signifies, increasing volatility. So it's weird. These volatility shares are weird, but anyway, that's how that works. So UVXY is saying that the market is $5 off from a very substantial correction. $5 is a huge move for the UVXY in light of current conditions of the last, year and a half. Even during the Brexit, I think it only popped up $3. That's nothing. If it can only move $3 in Brexit, it's going to take a lot to move this thing, but we still watch it and trade it. It's still a vehicle worth monitoring and watching. All right, next on our list is our 411s. We got USLV and TWM, which is the ultra short Russell, and the ultra long silver. Now you notice that the silver closed at 1360, and so we're several dollars away, so that one is not in play. Likewise, the Russell, ultra short Russell's $4 off. It's not in play. Looking at your 411 though alert. The 411 alert is a derivative of the 911 alert. It is also a rally alert, but it signifies an oversold condition. It means the market has pulled back and corrected somewhat, or had some degree of profit taken, and it's ready to resume its upward trend or upward momentum. The interesting thing with these two is that one is $4 off its entry price, and the other one is $5 off its entry price. So they're really not in play, but they're something to watch. Both of these are in a downtrend, a locked-in downtrend. We'll look at that in a second. And we know that it's in a locked-in downtrend because the trend under the downtrend column is locked. You have 18 and a 70. And under the negative momentum column, you have an 11. All right. So remember, 11 means that you don't have any other alerts that you need to pay attention to, but you do have locked in negative momentum. Remember the video with the green extending line on the top of the chart, or the red extending line on the top of the chart? That's locked in trend momentum. And that's a powerful, powerful signal. All right. Moving up, let's look at the 311 alerts. We have HACK, AOR, DIG, GBTC, which is your Bitcoin ETF, GME, GNR, TQQQ, which is your long NASDAQ, PIO. Really haven't talked about that much in several years, but we're going to start talking about it again. FedEx and SVXY. Starting with PIO, that's your PowerShares Global Water ETF. That is in the years to come, if the global elite have their way, that's going to be a very powerful ETF to watch. Now, it should be noted that since 2010, the price is still the same. The price is still the same as it was in 2010, and has not moved in 6 years. You have approximately a $2 trading range. That's it. In order to make real money, you would have to trade millions of shares, basically. So that one is a dog, but we're watching it because of its significance to the New World Order. It's on the same vein as HACK. All right. So if this ETF gets on and going, it has the potential to be $1,000 stock or higher. Just like HACK has a potential to be a several $100 stock, at least $300. So we watch these because once they get into a strong bullish trend, we have no choice but to ride them. All right, your 311 is your swing trade alert. It means that you have locked in positive momentum, that green extended bar. In addition to that, it also means that you have positive swing VIX. We'll cover more of what a swing VIX means and a positive swing VIX means in the academy and during the webinar. But suffice it to say, the algorithms are picking up that these 311s, all but one of them is pulse waving positive, and that's the PIO. PIO is not pulse waving positive. It's $1.27 away from breaking out and pulse waving positive. And now that doesn't sound like a lot. If that was a TQQ or JNUG or JDST, I'd say that was a red alert in play. But because this one doesn't move that much, it's 27 cents away. Who knows? So that's just one to watch. The rest of these, though, on the 311 side of things, they're right there. They're ready to pop. So just watch them if you're into those particular markets. All right, next one is our 78. 78 means there's no other alert for you to be mindful of, but it's letting you know that it is pulse waving positive. It's just a confirmation that it's pulse waving positive. It's one of your last signals that you'll get before you get to a zero, no signal whatsoever. And you'll notice that HACK is pulse waving positive, and so is Bitcoin, the actual Bitcoin. So you'll have to take a note of those entry prices for those two. All right, the next one's up is your 40 reading. All right, you have a 40 alert. A reading of 40 means that there's nothing else for you to take note of except for the market is in a positive swing VIX. All of these are in a positive swing VIX, but they're within. But this positive swing VIX is happening within a locked-in downtrending market uh, with negative momentum locked in, with the exception of one, which is the ICLN, which is your iShares Global Clean Energy ETF. So, what are we saying? It's possible that the markets may have hit a bottom, and that this could be the beginning bar of a correction. So, you could be getting in on the ground floor on something. Um, Now, it should be noted too that the ICLN is positive pulse waving. So it's saying that this has already started. It's already broken out. It's already stopped trending down. So this one is a good one to watch. It's a very interesting one. All right, going to the next one here. The rest of these are not pulse waving positive at all, but they have the potential for breakout. So look at where the market closed versus the entry price of the TRS and the first pulse wave, and you get the full picture of what is possible. For instance, the UGLD. Once gold gets rocking, from yesterday's close, it's only $1 away from rocking. Same thing with the JNUG. It's about $2 and something away. So these are ones to watch. Now, in light of what happened this morning with gold getting whacked on the back of those economic numbers, you'll just have to pay attention and watch it. Um, gold, gold being down $20 right now, that is hugely significant. You cannot ignore that. We hit a low of 1188.30. It's down $20.80 as I speak. That is humongous. You cannot ignore it. The in the pre-market, the DGLD just hit a new high of 58.77. So this is significant, and you cannot ignore it. And it looks like it's trying to lock in something too. So this is huge turning points happening in these markets, and you have to be privy to it, and you can't ignore it. So anyway, even if the market fills you and jumps up and fills you, don't worry about that. Let the market do what it's going to do. That's a lot of power to happen, so it's going to take you right along with it. Just remember that. All right, so last but not least is the 11s, and the 11s are signifying that you have locked in positive momentum. It just so happens that all of these 11s under the positive momentum reading are positive pulse waving as well. So that's something to look at. And one of these is the dollar, the UUP. Interesting. All right, 26.24 is the entry price, and the pre-market dollar is at 101.80. It's at 101.80. That's a new high. 101.80 is where it is. If it closes above 101.80, I have to tell you that signifies a locked-in new bull market trend for the dollar. Who knows how high it can go if we close above 101.80? I have to throw that out there. A close above 101.80 this week will show how much force is behind this dollar, and we could be looking at an amazing run in this dollar, which will take Bitcoin with it because Bitcoin and the US dollar are secretly married. All right, that's all I got for now. So remember, bulls make money, bears make money, but pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can, give nothing back, and don't forget to set those stops when you get filled on the DGLD today. Peace. Is working on the buy stop side. The market should dip, somewhat first. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to go ahead and do a limit order because it may not get back down to the entry price and fill the gap right away. So let's see what it does. Let's let this run away and do what it does. Gold dipped all the way down to 1188.30. Now it's back up to 1195.50. It's still down $15.90, and that is huge. All right, looking at our sheet, the first thing we're going to look at is the left side of the in play tab. We're going to look. All right, Let's try to do this for a second time. All right, this is our pre-market pulse scan, and we're looking at what's happening in the pre-market as well as what we can expect on the sheet. All right, real quick of note, we had economic numbers come out, and it's already pushed the the DGLD up to 58.46 in pre-market. So that's $2 above our entry price. We'll have to see how the market opens. I'm going to keep my order at the 911 alerts on the buy side of things. And you'll notice we have AGQ, DUS, JDST, DUG, DWTI, and UVXY. We're going to disregard, well, let's just look at it. All right, on the AGQ, even though you have a rally alert, notice how